Hey, what's up, people? It's your boy fucking again. Let me clean up the camera. Some of you all are wondering, like, why am I cleaning the camera using my tongue? It is because it is one of the cleanest things. So others may be wondering, hiyo engine ni gani? Ni machine ilileta huku. So get used to it. So basically, I think niliongeza some features on this on the kukusoft. Niliongeza some features. But sijazi commit bado. Nisha save the files. I'm just looking around yani niaje phase 2 itaenda. So I think phase 2 iko almost complete, but iko usable because I made this application to be a progressive web application so that it is much easier to use. Even if somebody upgrades it or it is upgraded, it won't have an issue, so it will work either way. So what I'll have to do is basically I'll continue on with the Jokali platform. And make sure it is usable. I'll also make pictures and make sure they are usable. So I have 3 projects ongoing at the same time. Let's see how if the billionaire dream will come true. We are not seeing. Actually, we are witnessing. So yesterday I was looking at this. That is David Icke. Yeah, I know, the famous David Icke. He is the one who's talking about satanists and pedophilia, pedophiles. Who gives a shit? You know? Sometimes I wonder who gives a shit. Yeah, so basically they are pedophiles. So what? No? What is that gonna change? Nothing. You knowing about pedophiles, you getting well conversant about who runs the world, you getting to know how everything works. How does that play into your greatness? How does that make you someone great? So I don't think so. That is not something you should be wasting your time on. I can't play holy. I have wasted a lot of my time trying to figure out who runs the world, what the fuck is going on. But at the end of the day, I came to realize like it doesn't really matter, you know. It doesn't really matter. Whether you do, I'm a fucking nobody. Even in Kenya, I'm a fucking nobody. I'm one of those 50 million people who are not recognized. I'm just a slave. And in the entire world, I don't even exist. 8 billion people, I don't even exist. So me on getting to know and thinking about this kind of people or maybe who runs the world and how things run. Maybe they might give me an opportunity, but I don't think like gossiping, because knowing about pedophiles and talking about pedophiles is just gossiping, or maybe ego, like who knows more. But if it doesn't really add anything into your life, I think it's not something which you should waste your time on. I learned something yesterday. I learned a framework called SMART. You have to be specific when you are planning. It must be measurable on the goal that you want to achieve. It must be attainable, something which you can get using the means which are already available. The third is it must be realistic. Can it be achieved by anyone? Like I saw some dreams cannot be achieved. Maybe can be achieved, but they will need multiple lifetimes to be achieved. So basically, is it achieved in this lifetime? To becoming a billionaire? Yeah, it is achievable, and it is realistic. And what else? We have time bound. The plan has to have a definite deadline. And another thing is time is currency. So the resources we have knowledge, energy, time. Right now I don't have capital or leverage, so I'll have to utilize my energy, time, and knowledge in order to compound this leverage, or maybe get other people's money and other people's time to build up something which is of caliber. So I think I'll have to let me put it there so that it is much more viewable. So how the week has gone? Any progress? I think all I have to do is to just make another I'll just make another, because if I'm using Evanson Y, my Gmail to make this application kukusoft, I'll have to make another email which I'm going to use to make another the other applications, because we have daily quotas which I hit very fast. Because why? I'm a G, why not? You know, you must do something to its completion. Excellence. Aha. Headless. I think headless. I'm going to use headless to work on. The computer just shuts. Sometimes it does that intentionally. It doesn't give a fuck that I'm going to work. So Vide started doing real life streaming. I could have done that. I can basically do that. want to eliminate using the word but, and basically yeah. Maybe replace them with silence, complete silence. I'll start slow, move fast, adapt, get a feedback, adapt, get feedback, become better, feedback, adapt, feedback, until I become unstoppable. I'm not a force to be reckoned with. It sounds cliche to talk, to be choosing words, because these silences, they would have been filled with arms. I think for the entire day, the goal is not to use these filler words and not to use the basic words. I know there are conjunctions and you have to use them everywhere. Therefore, I think therefore must be used. Therefore must be used in place of but. It's a beautiful day. Welcome back to the channel. If you are someone, if you found this channel on your For You page, if you're watching this on TikTok, maybe Facebook, maybe on Instagram, my official name is Evans Ngwai, and me and my guys and me had an agreement that we don't want a mediocre life. Mediocrity, Havela's dictionary defines it to be average. So anything to keep us average, it is terminated. Life is a business. You choose yours. Life is a fucking business. According to my small understanding of the world, I think. I've never traveled outside of Kenya. And one of the goals of this year, I want to travel outside Kenya, I want to travel outside Kenya. I want to go maybe South Africa, Ghana, I don't know where the exact Africans without many restrictions. No, they want me to work on these jobs. Should I be now? If they're giving out $250, I'll just have to take with I can work with, if they are offering $250 to $750, maybe I'll take I'll just bid. If you bid slightly lower, then they might think that you're not competent to work on the task. That is the game. That is the game. That is the game. I think I deserve it. I just bid on the highest price. $750. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how they respond. There's beauty in the struggle, nigga. There's beauty. There's beauty. There's beauty in the struggle, nigga. So, we are in. We are in. We are in. Did I bid? Oh, this was given 4 days ago. I think the job is done. It's still open. Who fucking do this thing for $50? Don't worry, I'm just working. The fuck? Okay. So, okay. We got that. We don't need any of this. This is no more than 50 characters. The fuck? Huh. The fuck? I don't have time, bro. They are asking me, why does this work? I don't give a shit why it works. I just want it to work. No. I just want it to work. These people want me to pay. I won't pay that. Oh, so it will be cut off. Oh, I don't care. Maybe this one. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Kenya Federation of Juakali Associations. Who cares about that? Huh? We want a small Juakali platform where people can access, easy access for common mwananchi. Kenyan National Federation of Juakali. Mkenya mgani anajua hiyo? Okay, let's see Juakali sector. The site is not even working. The server is not there. Maybe I should buy this domain. I think I'm earlier on. Maybe I'm late. Maybe it won't work. But at least I get to give it a try. You know, I get to give it a try. I don't know if I do this, I'll be getting on some way of a government thing, because I feel like Kenyan National Federation of Juakali Association feels something. It feels something legal and something monopolistic, somehow monopolistic. But who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Welcome to the real world. To the real world is where you get eaten, you eat or get eaten. We have juakali.io. Juakali.io. You see, sometimes I get to wonder, like, how can you beat the people who are already invested and who have money, you know, they have connections, you know? How can you beat these people? Okay. So if I want to start a business with zero capital, I need to make sure that I get paid in the first month. But it will break even if I just pay the people who get work, so I conserve my energy, my precious time, I was thinking, what if, let me put this aside, what if this Joakali platform does this. First of all, it has a store. It has a storefront, which is accessible to, which has a client side and admin side. So the admin side, we get to operate on that domain, and the client side is for the people who want to buy, basically, but it is accessible to the public. And so it has a storefront. And another thing is, but the storefront occupies most of the space. If it is going to be a web page, it is going to occupy most of the screen. So another thing is, if we add repair services, also. But I feel like repair services, these things should be different. They should be a different. I said I'm not going to use this filler words. If the repair services, I'll develop another application or a small business on that, it might work. But what if this Joakali platform, it will just be an umbrella company. An umbrella company. So basically, it's just a big company. But the store, let's say the Joakali Marketplace, that is the store. The storefront is called Joakali Marketplace. If you go to repair, we go to another small business, a small company, Kenyekako in that Joakali umbrella company. And I guess that will work. So we can be able to. So if the structure is from it is brought together, it is jointed, like the functionality is centralized, but different teams get to work on different things. Like we have the repairs, the people who make sure that